Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? We are Champions for Christ. This is Ralph Johnson here once again with an incredible presentation that I'm here to present to my beautiful classmates and my wonderful professor here. So, please do mind the dress up because this is a presentation, taking this serious to present to our fictitious corporation, to our COO and CEO and all the top executive senior leadership of this wonderful presentation I have conducted in this speech. So now, shall we start? So this is going to be a 10-minute video. I'll try to keep it quicker than that, but it's a 10-minute video. So it starts with the air transportation by Ralph Johnson. Our address at our beautiful airport is 2339 Jennifer Drive, Killeen, Texas 76542. Email will be ralphcliffordjohnson1994@gmail.com. Contact number is 763-332-8262. P.S. guys, this is all my real information, so please don't call me. Alright, so we're going to do a summary and analysis. I want to prep once again, this is about 31 slides. It has everything that needs to be in the slide. It might be all over the place, but please bear with me. Alright, so summary and analysis of the objective. In this proposal, I will list 4 proposal objectives that I believe need to be addressed. These objectives will support my recommendation at the end of this proposal. For too long, our company has spent hundreds of millions of dollars on airplane that cost too much. This does a lot of day-to-day damages to our airplane, to our investors, and to our bottom line. So it's important for us to find the best airplane. I'm honored to present this to you for even losing money to our business aircraft. We need to find something that's suitable for our CEO and for our business partners. No more using cars as means of transportation because of our scarce thoughts of buying the wrong plane. I'm here to save our corporation. That's my summary analysis and objective. Let's say I'll list 4 proposal objectives. Now, the proposal objective, number 1, will be price. As I came to understand to CEO, the price is very important. Proposal number 2 objective will be cost per hour. This is also important to the company CEO. This will give us the information that we need, the company to understand how much we need to budget and spend money on. Number 3, yearly cost. This is highly important to understand how much we are spending our repairs on the airplane. Hours and utilization. The CEO has demanded me to look into this to see which planes use the best hourly utilization. So those are the 4 proposal objectives. Now I've also created graphics to show why business aircraft, the reason for business aircraft that's conducted back between March 2022, and why it's so important to have business aircraft compared to the commercial aircraft. So this purple line right here is the business aircraft, see it going up, and the bottom line right here is the commercial airline. So much better with the business aircraft. City pair analysis. During our city pair analysis I conducted in week 2, I came to the conclusion that the per hour cost is just as important as the actual price of the airplane. Our CEO travels too many different destinations. It is important that we keep our per hour cost as low as possible, plus worry about fuel efficiency. These next 2 slides will show some of the cities our CEO travels to and travel miles. So first slide here. If it can go, right down here. So our CEO travels to Springfield, Cincinnati, Owensboro, Greenwood, Indiana, Anderson, South Carolina, Union City, Tennessee. I mean, I can go on forever. You can see the list right here. These are some of the locations our CEO travels to and the miles that are currently all together 6,225, 6,200. And you can see the miles, the cities, the frequency, the capacity that our CEO travels to these wonderful cities on a regular basis. Travel miles for the airline model CEO travel, the travel hours, 876.5. Estimated airline travel cost is $84,000, guys. $17. So that's the estimated airline we've been us. Now we got the market analysis. So I chose four airplanes as continually throughout the whole, our whole course of the 8 weeks of this beautiful class. So once again, just remind everybody that number one was the 2019 Piper M500. Number two is the Eclipse 500. Number three is the King Air B200 SE. And number four is the 2019 and Grand Caravan EX. The next two slides will give an overall data of the four airplanes I chose in a market analysis and the estimated hours based on the time for the research I conducted in week 3. They will list the strengths and weaknesses for all four airlines. So this is all together, all four airline strength and weaknesses data that I've conducted. You can see the Eclipse is much cheaper, about $1 million and $100,000 compared to the other ones. All right, everybody else is more expensive than Eclipse. You can see the value of factors comparing and contrast, the seating, high speed, and long range. I mean, you can see everything comparing contrast to each plane of the most important value structures that the plane represents and have for our company. All right, stay with me. Now, we got the selection matrix. Now, selected matrix starts, we're going to start with the M-Piper M500. The weight factor of 1. We got the value of the weight factor of the 1. Value F dot V at 8. Right, we got the cabin value, we got the wing load values, and we got the maintenance per hour cost, everything when it comes to the wonderful Piper M500. And so I was choosing the Piper M500 at first because it is typically everything else is lower when it comes to the value factor, the cabin, wing load. It's the wing loaded and the range with payload. It's a very cost eccentric when it comes to that. The price is $2 million, so it's okay pricing. The selection matrix was the Grand Caravan EX. Pricing is more expensive, $2,500,000 around that range, $2,500,227,900 exact. The value factor is kind of up there with the 10,000, and the WT is the 3%, so it's kind of up there. The payload and also the max fuel, not really as good taking in the fuel. So this was kind of like on my lower end of airplane to choose. It was actually number 4. So now the airplane, the two airframes that are generally conducted in the aviation industries are the forgive me for not saying this correctly, but mono-Q airframe, and we got the semi-mono-Q airframe. Right, so basically the mono-Q airframe fuselage has its skin holding the skeleton structure, all right, together, while the semi-mono structure has a combination of the outer skin and internal reinforcing members like stringers and bulkheads to distribute the load, making it more robust and less susceptible to the formation. These are two common, well-known airframes that's used throughout the aviation industry. And next slide, I will show the Eclipse 500 airframe. That's the airplane that I choose, as I already presented in my previous presentation. That's the airplane I choose to be the one for our company. Now, I know I'm at the 10-minute mark, guys, but I have to do this whole presentation. Please stay with me, okay? I'm preaching like a pastor would preach. And you can see the skin, the stress skin on these two airframes, and the formers and the bulkheads as well. Now, the Eclipse 500 airframe, the body of the Eclipse 500 is just as important its competitive advantage as its performance. Having a small aluminum frame, so that's the airframe that it has. It's called a all aluminum airframe. The aircraft is considerably lighter than most, giving it an advantage and fuel efficiency. This is why I chose the Eclipse 500 to be the aircraft for our company. It is one of the first light jet airplanes that gives a superior advantage over most jet airplanes. Aluminum is a popular choice for airframes because it is lightweight, strong, and resistant to corrosion. It is also malleable, allowing it to be shaped into the complex contours of the aircraft parts. So the aluminum airframe is very that's the Eclipse 500 has. I mean, it is very light. Like I said, it's lightweight, strong, and resistant to corrosion. So these are the functions of the aluminum airframe, in which it's so perfect when it comes to the Eclipse. That's why it's so like sleek in the air. It's fast and it's light and very few efficiency. Like, look how light it is. It just looks clean. All right, so we got the travel solutions that the Eclipse 500 has. Travel solutions are cost efficiency, fuel efficiency, fast with top speed for over 400 knots, spacious with seating up to 6 people, depending on the Eclipse that you have. Ideal for quick trips and accessing remote destination. Ideal for quick trips and remote destination. Quick trips, our CEOs want to do countless of quick trips. So it's very ideal for that, and compact enough to rate at a smaller airport as well. Now, I created a table when it comes to these airframes. We got the, like I said, monocoque, and we got the semi-monocoque, and we got the lunar airframe. The table that I've conducted gives us a general broad sense of all three combined. So the monocoque, it not only improves fuel efficiency, but also enhance performance, enhance safety. The inherent rigidity of the monocoque structure offers superior crash protection, dispersing impact forces more effectively and reducing the risk of injury occupants. The semi-monocoque structure for the fuselage for the plane has several advantages. The main being that the combination of the skeleton and skin provides improved skeletal integrity. The combined structure is lightweight, which leads to fuel efficiency and consequently reduced pollution when in flight. That's pretty cool. Then, like I said, the above all, which is with the Eclipse 500, the all aluminum is lightweight. Aluminum is lightweight. Aluminum is strong. Aluminum is extremely resistant to corrosion, which is important in maintaining the safety of the airplane structure as it flies through a wide variety of environments. I mean, all types of environments. We got snowy environment, cold environment, freezing environment, super hot, moist. That's why it is the best airframe, because it goes to all types of environment. Now, continuing with the section matrix, I want to also conduct with the Eclipse 500, showing its value factor, cabin value, cabin volume, the range with max payload. Excuse me, guys, I gotta take a sip of water here. Maintenance per hour. As well. So you can see it is very much a lower for all these entities, especially the price, compared to all the other. And lastly, we got the King Air B200 SE as well. Really great old-fashioned type of plane. The year is 1995. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spectacular plane. This is kind of like in the middle when it comes to the wing load, wing loading, the payload with the max fuel, the range with the max fuel, and the maintenance. Now, the section matrix new data are conducted. The subjective input of the decision makers, new data that they conducted, the subjective input of the decision makers came to conclusion based upon the data presented with the Eclipse 500 had the best overall subjective input. When it came down to the weight factor being 1, Eclipse 500 had the best overall score in the selection matrix data. So hooray for the Eclipse 500. Now, we on slide 20, so we got a little more to go, guys. A little more to go. Please bear with me. Now, we got the cost of operation section. Now, the cost of operation is very important because it shows the cost of these planes and everything in it. So we're going to start with the cost of operation. We're going to start with inside the cost of operation, the comparing fixed cost, right? So we got the Piper 500 at 187,000. Grand Caravan, 190,225. King Air, 178,800. And we got the Eclipse, 225,044. So this part, the King Air takes the one right here. Now we got the what's next, guys? The comparing variable cost. Piper 481, the Grand Caravan 522, King Air 695, and the Eclipse 880. So the Piper takes his one here. Now we got the hours utilization. Piper 547, Grand Caravan 672, King Air 447, and the Eclipse a whopping 360. Like I said earlier, the hours utilization is very important to our CEO. So this one has an extreme lower hours utilization when it comes to the Eclipse 500 at the 360 mile. We got the variable cost, the Piper, negative 18,399,318. We got the Caravan, negative 22,741,919. And we got the King Air, negative 10,711,071. And the Piper and the Eclipse 500, Eclipse 500 is not negative 9,637,464. So this one yearly cost is also cheaper than the other planes with 100. Now we got the cost / hours. So the Piper is negative 33,547. Grand Caravan negative 33,774. With King Air 23,979 and the Eclipse 26,826. King Air takes this one because it's much older of an airplane, but the Eclipse is right behind it. Now we have these wonderful charts that I created with the cost of operations with the Piper. This shows you the charts of what we just came from explaining for each of these entities. And you see this is kind of a medium way. The Eclipse is very good. And we got the Caravan is kind of lower. And then we got the King Air standard version kind of higher than the not higher than the Piper, not lower than the Eclipse as well. So we got these also I created when it comes to the graph. Now we're getting down to the end of things here, guys, so thank you for bearing with me. So we got the operating structure. The picture in the next slide is a standardized airline operation structure. I believe this structure we also follow. Now, there are changes that need to be made throughout our flight department. We need someone new in leadership to take control of the flight department. I will propose myself to that leadership position, Ralph Johnson. The CEO have already agreed that I would be great fit to this leadership position, to lead the division to great success. Thank you, CEO Ralph Johnson. As I was the one that promoted the Eclipse 500 and the Piper M500 to be the best business aircraft for our CEO and partners. The CEO chose the Eclipse 500 due to its low price value. I will lower the scheduling for our CEO, thus giving our pilots time to rest. I will put the meeting destination closer to our home state, which is Texas. I will restrict all flights going into the Middle East and going into the Middle East that is not the Dubai, simply because it is not safe right now. And at night. As a Christian airline, we may not agree with everything Donald Trump says, but we do agree with the Republicans' political point of view. If you elect me, we will donate to the Republican Party, the Republican cause, and elect Donald Trump as the next president. I will set up one-on-one meeting with Donald Trump and our leadership team to talk more about taxes and how he can bring more money to the airlines. This is the structural operations that sterilize in the aviation industry. We got the CEO on the top, and we got everything else that follows. And our references, you can go look at my references. We went to the Why Aluminum Used for Aircraft Metal, National Aviation Academy, NAA.edu. We got the How Things Fly.si.edu and aircraft grade aluminum for aluminum. So this is my presentation. I hope you guys have a great time listening to my presentation and enjoying it. I know it's 21 minutes. Professor, please forgive me. I just had to do my best on this. So we are champions for Christ. You know how the slogan goes. God bless you. And I'll see you again.